it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a nice little Wednesday program. I'm Timmy Hall, the Boatman, back there on the desk. To my right, wearing the LFG T-shirt. Tyvis Powell, everybody.
You know, I put these headphones on and I forgot to turn it down. I forget that T-Bone is slightly deaf.
He's not as deaf as the common man.
No,
because if I didn't turn this head
full blast,
no,
it's ridiculous.
You must have hit the knob.
I did. No,
you must have bumped the knob.
T-Bone is deaf.
I don't think he's as deaf as common man.
Compliment. Is it all the way turned up?
All the way turned up, and he even has a different processing thing, so his headphones sound different. He has a different setting. He had the engineers make a different setting on this box. He has the number 3 illuminated. I have no idea what that means, but a different coding shows up on this little digital display that I have. I have to always be sure to hit number 1 so it goes back to the base, like the base form. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He need to get better headphones. Is what
No, it's not the headphones.
I'm using Bose.
Not the headphones.
I'm using some Bose headphones.
Yeah, those must be nice.
I got these from Russell Wilson, actually.
Those headphones are from Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he gifted the whole team Bose headphones.
Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah, I've had them that long, 9 years.
How weird was he?
He wasn't weird.
Normal?
He was a pretty normal guy.
He was with the Mr. Unlimited thing. The weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, that's...
Weirdest thing I've ever seen.
There's a difference between weird and corny.
It's a difference. What is the difference? Weird is corny.
Nah.
I'm not saying that weird
is weird.
I'm not saying that weird has to be bad. I'm just saying it's a weird guy. Ace Ventura, weird guy. Russell Wilson, weird guy. Wasn't he doing calisthenics on the airplane all the way across the pond?
Was that him?
Stretching and like doing yoga poses in the aisle while people are just trying to sleep and get on with it?
Sounds like a dedicated guy to me. Sounds like a guy that's dedicated to his craft.
Dedicated himself
about the time he was
3 teams.
Walking around the sidelines yelling at all his teammates to scream run or pass at the snap of each ball. You guys remember that?
I don't.
Oh, man, it's great. He's like, come on, 96, get into it, run or pass, which is like so like
and nobody
elementary school type stuff.
Nobody is really gravitating to it.
I mean, they started to because it's like,
all right,
okay, Ross.
Who was he with at this time?
Denver, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So
he was lost in the soup in Denver.
And then they did him wrong by putting out all those outtakes for his Subway Danger Russ. What was
Broncos country?
Danger Witch? Is that what it was?
That's right.
And then and then putting all those clips out.
Strange guy.
He's a strange guy. But you know what? Super Bowl champ. And if you like him, then I could like him.
I got no problem with Russ.
Yeah, I don't have any problem.
He was good to me. He was good to me.
That's
we had good conversations.
Good
he talked about, I guess he played at Cincinnati. He grew up in Cincinnati or something? He's got some type of Cincinnati ties.
Maybe was it like Russell? Was it like Steph Curry where he was born?
I'm not 100% sure.
Because I know Russell Wilson to be a Richmond, Virginia guy.
Yes.
Because I covered him at NC State when he was in his college football years before he transferred to Wisconsin. And I was covering him at the time where he started to do the 2-sport thing. He actually came to NC State under that agreement that he could do both. And then at some point in time when he got too good at baseball to where he was actually a professional baseball player while he was a college football player. So that was really worlds colliding before we've gotten to this point where we are now, where people just didn't really understand, like, how can that be? And it's like, no, it's always been in the NCAA handbook. He can professionalize in one sport so long as he doesn't professionalize in another sport.
Yeah.
He could keep the football eligibility. And then their coach at the time, Tom O'Brien, just said, no, we got Mike Glennon. Just go on. If you're not going to be here for spring football, just go on. Just pack up your bags. Yeah, I remember like the 7'11" quarterback.
Long neck. I've never seen.
Him and Merton Hanks, the neck Hall of Fame.
I don't even know who that is.
Look him up. He had a dance that he did.
Brock Osweiler. He was like 6'7".
Yeah.
Now there's a clip that I remember. Brock going to get his helmet, couldn't find it. And then Peyton Manning is on his way back into the huddle. And you see him in the background going, oh, man, like, not going to get in the game again.
That did happen.
Do we remember stuff like this? But let's get into the show because we got a good hour here, and then we will have our season finale of The Inside Edge. And I am told that Dean Evison, the coach, is going to be a guest on The Inside Edge, so I'm looking forward to that. I've never been as proud of a team to not make the postseason, but we know that expectations were definitely different for the Blue Jackets when they were going through what they went through to start the season. And to have the rebound that they had into the final week of the regular season to give the city that excitement almost getting in, it was something. And I think everybody's got positivity going to next year, so that's going to be fun to hear. Sure. But we'll have Nicole Sheeran. She's going to join us later this hour, and we're going to hear a little bit of Dom Tiberi's interview with the head coach, Ryan Day.
Look at that.
Who's excited about all of his guys possibly being drafted. Well, lots of his guys will be drafted. It's just what's the exact number going to be? Do they break the record?
I got to see all the 17 participants, like all the people that's eligible. And I tell you,
you don't know?
Not off the top of my head. I gotta write it down.
Yeah, you better get to it, Tyvis. But don't do it right now because we're talking about this. Ohio State's athletics director. You know that's Ross Bjork. Got a chance to catch up with Ross Bjork right before the spring game. It was right after I talked to you. We just bumped into Ross on the way into the stadium. So we talked about the spring game, and we talked a little transfer portal. And I think that is living on our Instagram page. If you follow the fan on socials, you can go and check up. It was only a little 2.5, 3 minutes thing. But he was down in Las Colinas, Texas as well. It's where all the happenings are. Spring meetings down there. Everybody's talking about the future of the sport, the future of the college football playoff. You've had, Texas's AD, Penn State's athletics director, Notre Dame's athletic director, Pete Bevacqua. He's down there. He's part of the college football playoffs management committee and all the 10 FBS commissioners. Everybody's been down there. And Bjork said that CFP executive director Rich Clark asked him if he had one major point that he wanted to make before he left these meetings. And Ross said, we've had so many disruptions over the last 5+ years that I think the time is now to be reactive, be proactive. When we had this setting here with the commissioners, our job was to provide feedback on what was it like to go through the 12-team playoff, but it all gets impacted by the calendar. I felt it was important to lay that out with everyone in the room to say, separate the college football playoff process. If we don't fix our calendar as an industry, then we're going to continue to have unintended consequences. Ross is absolutely right. He's not the first one to echo these comments. Coaches all over the place
coach
agrees.
Has all agreed with this.
So let's do it then. If everybody agrees, let's get the ball moving and change it.
I don't know why they feel like they can't. Like, are they gonna try to wait till the thing goes to 14?
What's it matter about what they do with the college football playoff? Because they're going to tinker with that till the end of days. I hope they don't, but I feel like they will. So this season, I guess the schedules are already generated.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little too late.
I know it's a process because remember when the Big Ten had generated all those schedules and we thought we had our roadmap, and then poof, all of a sudden Oregon, UCLA, and USC need a place to go because their conference crumbles.
Yes.
And then you had to reset the clock again and regenerate all the schedules.
But that's I
don't care.
That's a couple of teams. You're talking about the entire college football.
Yeah, you are. But I think it's got to.
I feel like they got to do that. They got to work on it now and then
to get it next year.
Implement it next year.
I agree.
Yes.
So let's do it. Let's not F this up. Let's not sit around and wait too long.
If they are not doing that, then they're doing college football extremely a disservice.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think it starts with the time of the season. I think it's the transfer portal in the December period. I think it's the length of the college football. It's not necessarily the length of the college football playoff because we know we got to be at 12. But it's why are we having this giant gap anymore in December? Like we've heard several coaches bring this up too. And think about in the old days how long of a layoff that really was, because of the Ohio State-Michigan game, as we all know, used to be played before Thanksgiving, not after. Think about those days when there was no championship week. You played before Thanksgiving, and then you're waiting till the next year to play your bowl game? That's a fall camp, Tyvis.
I agree.
Waiting to play your next final football game.
They could definitely shorten that down, and they can take week 0 and make it week 1.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to move it up a week.
That right there gets you to where you're at least playing the first couple of rounds before the new year.
Then the conference championship game is the only thing that's right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right?
That would put
you have 1 week gap, and then you go. And then you start.
That would put the team up north game back before Thanksgiving. Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, it would.
A week or 2.
Yeah, before, because I think you'd like the double bye.
Yeah.
I think you'd like to have the double bye, good for the length of the season and good for maintaining things and lessening injuries throughout the year if teams are going to be playing 15 to 16 games for the big boys that are going the distance. So I agree fully and wholeheartedly with Ross Bjork right there. Tyvis, it's been a minute since I got you and Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV all riled up. She is going to saunter into the studio on the eve of the NFL draft next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Add some spice to your pizza night with Donato's new Smoky Hot Honey Pizza and Smoky Hot Honey Chicken Sub. Bringing hardwood smoked bacon, wood-fired chipotle seasoning, and Mike's Hot Honey together for savory, smoky, sweet heat perfection. Now get $4 off a large Smoky Hot Honey Pizza using promo code SMOKY. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Now through April 30th, get 4.99 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped TRD Sport for $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Sundays at 11, it's the new Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Experience Buckeye game day like never before. Welcome to the 1922 Club.
the most exclusive space inside Ohio Stadium, where luxury meets tradition in the heart of Buckeye Nation. Enjoy upscale food and beverages and a game day atmosphere like no other. Create lasting memories with friends and mingling with other Buckeye fans, and celebrate every OHIO in ultimate comfort. Become a member of the 1922 Club today. Memberships are limited. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and a perfect evening to get out and enjoy. Temperatures around 80 degrees. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the mid-50s, fair skies and light winds. And after a dry and pleasant start, we'll see temperatures in the low 80s on Thursday afternoon. But we'll also see a few pop-up showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Buckeye Talk, an occasional discussion about the latest tracksuit trends.
Yes, looking nice.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Timmy and Tyvis here on a lovely Wednesday. Yes, indeed, we are brought to you by our friends at Coors Light and also by CareSource here on the Buckeye Show. Nicole Sheeran of 10 TV has sauntered into the studio. Big week.
Huge week.
We got the NFL draft coming up, but you were a good reporter today.
I was a great reporter today. Thank you, Tim.
A great reporter. You
Thank you.
covered Ohio State tennis and Ohio State lacrosse.
Just a well-rounded girl.
Yes. Just a good, well-rounded girl.
Yeah, I will say the weather was lovely. I felt like I wasn't even working. I was just hanging out at the tennis courts, then popped over to lacrosse. It was great.
That is a nice tennis facility, the Ty Tucker,
really
isn't
lovely.
it?
Yeah.
Have you ever
I've seen some tennis in there.
I actually have. I played tennis like growing up until probably high school.
So you think you could return their serve?
No.
I think I could. Yeah, I think I could once.
I thought the same thing.
If they hit it at me 10 times, I think I could return maybe one.
If they were trying like a first serve.
Yeah.
Not like the second serve, which takes some steam off of it.
Don't get me wrong. They were incredible. I was watching today and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so freaking fast. But I think if I just stuck my racket out there, I think I could. I would say I have pretty good hand-eye coordination.
That's why I told you I got beef with Robert Cash because he embarrassed me on Tyvis tries when I tried to do tennis.
Tyvis tries? I didn't know that was a thing.
Really?
I didn't know about
it's
that.
a whole series on YouTube.
I love that.
Tyvis
so
tries.
skydiving is next. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Boy, if I get there at the last moment and say I don't want to do it, apparently Nicole says that they're going to jump me out regardless.
What if I want the thrill of not having to be strapped to some expert?
Well, then you need to get certified.
Yeah, but I don't.
Unless you want to die.
I want them to just let me go. Take me out to the desert
Good
so
luck.
I can't fall into civilization if something goes wrong, but just let me go.
Well, good luck finding the little lever that you're supposed to pull to unleash your parachute.
Lever?
Yeah, there's a little thing that you pull to release.
I can't be shown how to pull a cord?
No. But when you're in the air, Tim, it's like windy. It's like, it's hard to get your arm back there.
Well, Bodie hasn't seen it yet, but in Point Break, Keanu Reeves didn't even need no
Great
parachute.
movie, by the way.
He just grabs the pistol and he goes.
Wait, Bodie hasn't seen Point Break?
I think it's on his list.
Not. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say, though, I remember reading a story, it's been a few years now, where some girl went skydiving, parachute never opened. Wham! But she lived.
Did y'all see the
Yes.
Wham!
They said that
she lived.
That makes no sense.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It was on ESPN.
I really want to know
Fake
because
news.
I heard this guy say that when somebody falls from like a high place, it's not the initial fall, it's the bounce. It's like you bounce up and then you fall and hit again.
Yeah, because
What
your
is this,
body.
the Matrix?
That's what they say. Like
You fall into the goo
when you
first,
fall
and then
down
it's
and you hit the ground.
What?
It's not the first impact that kills you. It's your body bounces up and then hits again, and that's the
That
one.
might be the dumbest thing I've heard.
That's what I heard. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I heard.
If you fall off the Sears Tower or the Willis Tower, whatever it's called in Chicago now, you don't die on impact. It's the second bounce.
That's what they say.
should try it out.
Your body would disintegrate.
That's what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Well, you heard wrong.
I don't know if that's true, Tyvus.
Some stupid stuff.
You know what? We should try it.
We should. You can go first. Then we'll,
Nicole did some skydiving, and it looked like a good old
great.
time.
I loved it.
It did. What are you looking forward to with the draft? Are there any particular stories for these Buckeyes that you've covered on this national championship team?
I mean, there's so many, right? You've got Jack Sawyer, the Ohio kid. You want to see him land. I mean, I think the greatest story of them all would be him landing with the Bengals or the Browns. I mean, that would be like the bow on top of the Ohio kid staying in Ohio.
Yeah.
I also think, Emeka's story of being in a wide receiver room with all these guys who were first-round picks. Like, if he were to get picked in the first round, that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, you've got so many.
To a good team, too.
Yeah.
It's in the back half of the first round.
Exactly.
Emeka could find himself on a really good team.
Yeah, and I think that's totally due. I think that's
how it's probably going to shake down.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's going to be in the first round, yeah.
I also like the Will Howard story. I don't think he's going to go super early, but I like the comparison of, like, think about a Tom Brady. I mean, you've got guys who don't go early
Putting
in the
him
draft.
next to Tom now, huh?
Well, I'm not comparing. I'm not doing it like that. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. What I love about the draft, I mean, I've watched it since I was a little kid. But I love when you get to cover guys and you really know them and they talk about it. It's been their lifelong dream to play in the NFL. And then you get to watch them land and get that call and go play in the NFL. Like, it's pretty cool just to see.
Nicole Sheeran, our 10 TV reporter, hanging out in the studio with us here this evening. That was like a transition, so then you could talk.
No, she was talking about everybody's dream coming true. And we was going down the list of the 17 people that's eligible to be drafted.
You got all the guys now.
I got all 17
You got them all in your head now.
And as I look at this list, like, they do have a really decent shot to break the record.
Yeah. Who are you forgetting? Like, just that you had to look at a page to actually have your memory jog.
I had to remember G. Scott and Josh Fryer.
G. Scott and Josh Fryer. Yeah. Oh, man. Don't let them know that.
Yeah, don't let them know
I mean, they're all good guys.
They are good guys.
Great guys.
Good guys.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, Josh Fryer, I think Josh Fryer actually got a shot because he played on the national football team. He was very solid this season at right tackle.
National championship team?
We were picking up what you're putting.
You know what I mean.
NFL team?
Yeah, we were like the NFL team.
I mean, Ohio State is the national football team.
They should bring back the college football all-stars and then have them play the Bears. That would be great. They'd probably win.
The best team in college versus the worst team in the NFL.
Honestly,
the all-star team in college football. That used to be a thing for a lot of years.
Yeah.
It was. Look
they
it up.
made the college all-stars play the NFL.
An NFL team.
Why would an NFL team do that?
It was back in the day. Things didn't make sense. Maybe they didn't play all their guys. But
listen,
I think it's kind of fun.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. They stand no chance.
Who's
they actually won.
The college team.
No, the college football all-stars would win.
True.
I disagree because y'all don't understand. Like, this is the elite of the elite. Like, if you're in the NFL, I don't care what team you play for. You're there for a reason. And in college, you can get away with a lot of things because you're just the better talent. Like, the talent is different. Like, Ohio State playing.
Tyvus, would you say almost like you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone, gentlemen?
Not looking for the best players,
gosh.
Looking for the right ones. Disappointed. A second ago, Nicole gave it nice. If I did it 10 times, I might miss 9, but not 1. Nobody picked up on the miracle reference. I let it go, but no, I didn't.
You couldn't stand by.
I couldn't stop.
No. One game.
One serve, Nicole.
No, look at this. I'm looking at this. Looky here. So in 1934,
looky here, folks.
The Chicago Charities College All-Star Game began. It was at Soldier Field, and it was played from 1934 to 1976 between the NFL champs, the champs. It was the best team in the NFL.
And the college team beat the best team.
And a college all-star team. It was the college all-star football classic.
Back in the day.
See, no. I think it should be the best team in college football against the worst team in the NFL. I think that's a better even playing field.
Who got the first? The Tennessee Titans. The Titans would dominate. I wouldn't say they would dominate. Actually, it'd be a really good game to see the Titans versus the Buckeyes.
No, it wouldn't.
But I think
they would dominate.
Wait, you just went against.
Would dominate them.
I think it would. I think it would have to be a college football all-star team against the worst NFL team.
That's what I think.
This was a team. I don't know what the complexion of the game was because again, it was done by the mid '70s. The college all-stars last won in 1963, but they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these.
I mean, also, it's great television. Like, everybody would watch.
Why would I do that? If I played in the league, why would I do that?
Well, also, wait, why would you, like an NFL player, play in that game?
Yeah.
Why not? Then you get to rub it in that you beat them. But actually, it's kind of a lose-lose.
Yeah.
No, it really is a lose-lose for them.
So this kid come out here and embarrass me, and like now I got to deal with that.
And then you just risk getting injured for no reason.
Yeah.
And
there's a reason this hasn't been done in 50 years.
Yeah, I was about to say there is a reason for that.
It's the reason this hasn't happened in 50 years. But we're really excited about the Buckeyes going into the NFL draft tomorrow. We're getting close to 24 hours from setting things up, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Nicole stays here. Nicole Sharon, 10 TV. We're going to hit on some hoops tonight as well. Another big roster move to fill you guys in on. That's in just 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
Model year closeouts on travel trailers and fifth wheels. Save thousands and start making memories at Rona RV. Family owned and operated. No pressured sales on State Route 16 in Pataskala.
RonaRV.com. RonaRV.com.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, community banking is the lifeblood of the American financial system. Building strong, lasting relationships, we're just better able to help guide you down life's road. Flexibility is paramount to success. Community banking is alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Add some spice to your pizza night with Donato's new Smoky Hot Honey Pizza and Smoky Hot Honey Chicken Sub. Bringing hardwood smoked bacon, wood-fired chipotle seasoning, and Mike's Hot Honey together for savory, smoky, sweet heat perfection. Now get $4 off a large Smoky Hot Honey Pizza using promo code SMOKY. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The home of Big Ten championships and future first rounders. You're listening to the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, Nicole Sheeran of 10 TV in the studio here. The Boatman always along for the ride. So, talking some Ohio State men's basketball here. Sean Stewart hit the portal right after we talked to Adam Jardine and got an update on this stuff. Yeah. Was that yesterday's show or was that Monday's show? They're blurring together now.
What was it?
That was
Sean Stewart.
Monday's
When did we talk to Adam Jardine? Monday or last night?
That was
just last night.
What day is it?
Was that last night?
Wait, is it Wednesday or Thursday?
You got me so confused now. Wednesday. Yeah. Huh?
That was last night.
Yeah, it just was weird because we're talking about this. We're getting the update. The portal closed yesterday, and then right after we all left, we get word that Sean Stewart is going into the portal.
Last day.
And I'm not going to say that that's shocking news, but because the moves that happened a little while ago, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Brandon Knoll go to the spring game with Jake?
Yeah.
And some of the guys? And Gabe Cupps was there?
Yes.
And Christoph Tilley was there?
I saw them all
They did some
walking.
videos,
They
like
did.
some social media stuff?
Yeah.
You all right? What'd you do?
I just hit my finger. It cracked my knuckle.
Nicole just smacked her hand into the steel microphone.
It's okay. Everything's fine. We're good.
She's good.
We're good.
We don't pay for that.
Yeah, no,
There's no job.
Okay.
There's no hazard pay for that. You're done. You got to go all the way.
I was
to
getting
corporate.
a little carried away over here. I was like,
oh no, you're good. But you know what I mean. So Sean Stewart to then go into the portal, it's not a total shock that a guy like that would leave because he was sort of hitched to Aaron Bradshaw in the front court. That was really underwhelming. But don't get me wrong, Sean, not Aaron, started to show some promise. down the last 10 games of the season, but I still, with overall what he gave, would have liked to see him coming off the bench with the right kind of attitude to play that 18 to 22-minute role, get better defensively, get better scoring, and keep up that rebounding. But that's, I guess he had people that were talking to him that didn't see it that way or thought he could have a better role. That seems to be how it always goes
nobody
now.
wants to come off the bench. That's first of all. And somebody definitely shopped him around.
Maybe he wanted to. Maybe he would have been good doing it, and other people had other things in mind.
He did, obviously. He just did a whole year as a starter. You think he want to move to coming off the bench?
I'm not saying you're like, oh, yes, like I can't wait to do that.
But there's a way to sell
There's a mindset.
There's a mindset.
To where you can say, okay, I'm in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I'll do that. And if I'm staying, those who stay will be champions.
I feel like he was also
That's not our motto yet, but let's get it there.
I feel like there was a level, and like me watching him play, of like figuring out what his role was. Does that make sense? Like
I get what you're saying.
I feel like maybe he didn't fully feel like, what is my role on this team? Like maybe he didn't really know. And maybe that was part of why he was like, I got to go somewhere else and really find my role and establish myself there. And maybe he just didn't see it happening with the Buckeyes.
It's just, when are we going to, and I know it's not going to be overnight, because the transfer portal in college basketball and college football, thousands jumped in the portal in college football.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands of players were in it. And it wasn't but a couple weeks ago, we're talking about A.J. Storer, who was at Wisconsin and then went to Kansas. A disaster at Kansas. He's not going to, and to be fair, Kansas probably didn't want him to stay either after what a disaster that was. Same type of situation as Aaron Bradshaw. And now he's on again. But Storer has been moving since his high school basketball days. He's played for 8 teams in 8 years. How can you develop any kind of connections
you can't.
with anyone or anything at that point?
I mean, I thought the TV industry was a revolving door.
It is.
But like, that's crazy that you say that out loud. You literally can't build that chemistry. I mean, I was talking about it today. You have to play with guys, I mean, for at least a year to really like build that chemistry. And like, there's a reason why teams with a bunch of returners win games.
And that's the one thing, Tyvis, that I'm positive about, because to actually retain 3 players like who they're retaining, maybe some fans are overlooking that and they're just fixated on how this team hasn't hit home run transfer portal guys, the highest ranked transfer portal guys. But I think there was a type of fit that they knew they had to get here that wasn't Aaron Bradshaw and Sean Stewart. Yeah. Micah Parrish, I think, was a mini hit. He was a nice player.
He
worked as a 3.
Yeah, he played some games where he really showed. But that's the thing. Like, this team, it's just unfortunate that some of those guys that you got in the portal didn't pan out, because I think that this team had the potential to really at least win a game, maybe in the tournament. But the fact that, the Michi thing went south, Aaron Bradshaw never developed, like those two things really messed up this entire season, and guys tried to pick up the slack. Will you stop with that?
Michi.
But you think you had 3 guys trying to pick up that slack, and it allowed them to win some games. You had Bruce had to play out of his mind, Micah Parrish and Devin Royal. Those 3 guys had to play out of their mind, like 20 apiece from all of them to be able to win these games. And, I mean, it gave them a ton of growth. Mm-hmm. But it just makes me wish, like, man, if Michi would have been around and played to his ability, and Aaron Bradshaw could have played to his ability, like what this team could have been.
I will say on that, Tyvis, if there's anything from last season that I think is a huge positive, is that Mobley learned, hey, this is what it's like when you're not going to be on every game. He learned like the ebb and flow of kind of not being humbled, but you kind of got to go through that to become a really good basketball player. Of like, hey, I'm not going to be on every game like I maybe was in high school. And then Bruce, I think he built the confidence that if there's a game where these guys, they need to have a comeback or they need to have a guy that's going to put up 30 points, Bruce knows he's capable of that because of how he played this season.
Bruce is just he's that one guy. Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV is in the studio with us. Bruce Thornton is such a good player.
Yeah.
But the one step he's got to take, Tyvis, and I mean, you probably know about this, when you go from being really, really good to being great.
Yes.
Like you're chasing greatness.
Yes.
You got to be on all the time.
That's correct.
That doesn't necessarily mean you have to be hitting every shot every night and shoot 65% from the floor, but there's just a certain level of compete that you always have to give, and you always have to be hunting. And I've still we've all seen some of those games where he's maybe just dribbling too much or not locking in until the second half.
He has to accept that he's going to be the guy. I mean, they've done everything they can to instill, like, all right, when we need something, you are the guy that we're going to.
He is the guy.
And he has to answer that call.
Yeah.
I think this season he missed that call way too many times in closing seconds.
It was that shot against Michigan, right?
I always think about
it was
that one.
And I feel bad for him. I do. I feel bad for him because he's a human being.
And it happens.
It does. It happens. But
that's his shot.
You can't airball that. You can miss it, all right? It can be devastating, but you can't airball that shot.
It happens. But if you grade that's that one, not that one. That one was too easy.
I know. It was right.
Easy.
Yeah. Now I'm replaying it in my mind.
Dude had a bank-in 3 for a win.
I know.
You had a bank-in 3 for a win. And that win mattered, too. Was that against Maryland?
Yes.
Had to happen.
Yep.
Had to happen.
Yep.
But I just think he has to take that step. Like, hopefully him going through this NBA combine and this draft process, he's going to get the feedback. I do think he returns. I'd be shocked if he actually stays. But when he returns, like, they're going to tell him the things that he probably need to work on. And if he really wants to play in the NBA, he's got to be able to take what they said and apply it. And we need to see it this season.
It really is a special thing that you're getting a guy that's that good that's going to stay 4 years in college basketball. I don't care about the NIL era.
It doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't matter. We're seeing guys that are just going to a different school every single year.
Yep.
And they're getting good cash at that spot. You don't think Sean Stewart was going to make good money here next year? I don't think they were going to take any away. Or even if they were, it was still going to be a good number for what he was producing to be in the Big Ten. But no. And have you seen Aaron Bradshaw? I ripped the Band-Aid off at the end of Man and Bones show. I didn't want to wait on that one. Bradshaw's going to Memphis. I'm not really going to be. If there was ever a player that I feel almost no connection with or to like follow what they do going forward, he is one of them.
GTH.
Other than being a college basketball guy.
GTH.
I don't know.
GTH, Travis.
I don't know. Fine, GTH. Fine.
There you go.
Fine.
There you go.
You did nothing. You did nothing here.
Travis is really into the 3-letter slogans because of his T-shirt.
It's one thing if you aren't. It's one thing if you just don't blow us away with numbers and hit a home run. Sometimes, you can be scouted and recruited at a certain level and you just don't come through, right? But when it's things that you hear that you're not locked in enough, you're not giving that effort enough, you're not doing all the things that the coaches are begging you to do.
Why are you here?
And you're getting paid so much money.
So much.
Lock the F in and play. Come on. What are we doing?
That is your job.
God.
It is their job.
Yes.
Put your gear on.
You know what? I got no time for quitters.
Yeah, honestly, put your street clothes on.
No, but you're right, because, if he ever were to play in the NBA, good luck.
Nicole.
If that's your mindset.
Come on.
For any player.
Stop. Y'all
No. And if I were to marry Sydney Sweeney, I'd have probably step my game up a little bit. But
oh my God!
Hey, but we wish him well.
Well, you know what? When he get to Memphis, he's going to be the guy that wouldn't take the test. That's what I got. How about that?
Okay.
Seems like Penny's kind of guy. I don't know what they're going to get there. I hope they did their research. Do you know what he rebounds, guys? Like, what his rebounding numbers are?
That is absurd.
It's crazy.
7'1" guy that can't get 2 rebounds in a game.
He doesn't even really have to jump much.
He makes me want to play one college basketball game just to see if I could get 2 rebounds.
Don't be doing
here we go.
Don't be doing this Beanie Wells thing that he did with me 10 years ago.
No, I'd
be a 5-5 guy in the NBA.
I just want to see if I can get 2 boards. Like that. Is it really that challenging to get 2 boards?
I think it's tough business down there.
As a 7-footer?
Well, he got no weight on him.
But that's I was just about to say, that's the thing. Like, you're going up against dudes who are freaking rocks down there. I
feel like today at 250, I definitely move somebody out the way.
By the way, another portal tidbit. There's not really any Buckeye football players going in.
Nope.
TC Caffey, a walk-on running back, enters the portal.
Yeah.
In their running back room, we talked about this on the show earlier this week, looks pretty good coming out of spring football with CJ Donaldson, man. I'd like to see him standing up next to you.
Dog. Certified dog.
What was he weighing when he came out from West Virginia? I think he lost weight. I think he was like 260 as a running back.
Yeah.
I thought they said he was like 240. Now he's like 225.
225. Maybe I was doing him heavy there. But 250 pounds or so?
Don't do him like that.
Think about a 250-pound running back.
I'm terrifying.
That is like Beanie.
Yes.
242.
I tell you what, you keep eating them full Wario steaks like that.
Get out of here.
You're going to be up to 250.
Wario's
Nicole,
is fire.
Why don't you just stay?
Okay.
Just stay. We got one more
Why
segment.
don't you just stay? It's
You're
fine.
going to hear from one of your colleagues as well, Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV. It was a big day. It's going to be a big day for upwards of 15 Buckeyes that just won a natty. And we got Ryan Day sharing his thoughts on draft day. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Looking for a very special way to commemorate the 9th National Championship in Ohio State football history? Then check out the beautiful Ohio State timepieces at OxiaTime.com. Oxia has created a series of heirloom quality designs to celebrate the Buckeyes, including the limited edition Ryan Day autograph box sets. Equally impressive to the quality of their products is the quality of the people behind these watches. Go to OxiaTime.com to learn more on their backstory and claim your piece of Ohio State history. That's AXIATime.com.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Experience Buckeye game day like never before. Welcome to the 1922 Club, the most exclusive space inside Ohio Stadium, where luxury meets tradition in the heart of Buckeye Nation. Enjoy upscale food and beverages and a game day atmosphere like no other. Create lasting memories with friends and mingling with other Buckeye fans, and celebrate every OHIO in ultimate comfort. Become a member of the 1922 Club today. Memberships are limited. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Scarlet and Gray 24/7, or however long the show is tonight. You're listening to the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Timmy and Tyvis, the Boneman back there. Sorry, Nicole. Nicole Sheeran of 10 TV is with us. We'll get back to the good stuff in a minute. But first, Bodie loves it. What? It's things we got to talk about.
My favorite
These are
part.
things we have to do
because
for the community.
we care about
because we
men.
care. We care about men. Nicole cares about men too.
I do, yeah.
Because they're people.
They are.
Human beings we're talking about. And there is a dreaded 2-letter acronym, Tyvis.
Yes.
ED.
Hate
Good
it.
old Ed. Bad old Ed. Erectile dysfunction. If it gets you, you've got to go talk to our friends at Tri-State Men's Health. I'm friends with them. Tyvis is friends with them. The Common Man is friends with them. You're friends with them too. So it's a terrible condition. It causes stresses in relationships. It creates anxiety, undue hardships on a man, and often on their partner as well. And many men will suffer for years without seeking treatment. Why? Why would you do that? Why put yourself through that? See Tri-State Men's Health. Go to the website, tristatemenshealth.com. 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. They've got treatments with success rates over 90%. My God. The $99 initial visit, that's nice, right? Actually, I'm seeing that the initial consult is free now. This is a limited time offer. That's what updating the script does.
Wow.
That's amazing. And it's a free visit right now. Limited time offer, so schedule today. It's even better than I expected. TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
Woo!
It's amazing.
It's even bigger than you expected to, huh, Tim?
You're all out of line.
Okay.
There it is. That's the big one. Oh, it's the Jelly of the Month Club. All right. So, we just saw Dom Taberi.
We did.
He wouldn't come in for one segment.
He's a busy man,
On his way
know?
home.
Yep.
Tried to do a little 4-person booth for one segment.
He said no.
Dom had things
He's
to get
clocked
to.
out at 6:30.
Well, let's hear how Dom's interview with Ryan Day sounded. You've listened to the whole thing. You guys have been playing this. You played this yesterday. I assume you're going to get a replay coming up. Well, no, not because the timing.
At 11. I'm playing like a 25 seconds.
It's on digital right now.
Yep.
So 10tv.com, 10TV Plus. I was about to say you're going to play that on wall to wall. That doesn't make sense because the draft will be over, or most of it will be over. But this is Ryan Day. We're looking for 15 draft picks, hopefully 16, maybe 17 if everybody on the list that we think would have a shot could get drafted in one of the 7 rounds.
The list.
This is Ryan Day with Dom Taberi on if they can break that record for draft picks. Here he was.
I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see, how some of those guys. I'm interested to see where the first couple 2-3 rounds shake out, but also going into the last day, those are some of the biggest decisions these organizations will make, and we have some really good players who are projected to get drafted late. In the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. So, that's important. There'll possibly be some undrafted free agents. And there does get to be a point where it actually makes a little bit more sense to go as an undrafted free agent as opposed to getting, drafted maybe real late in the last round because, you actually get a chance to pick because so much of it is the fit and, knowing what the organization is looking for, what the depth chart looks like. So that's a big part of this weekend is the right fit for our players.
Absolutely. It's always fit. So, I mean, we've all got ideas. Like you said, Jack Sawyer, and you said keep him in the state of Ohio. And with everything that's going on with Cincinnati in the future for Trey Hendrickson, I mean, you'd love to see them get something done long term there. I think every Bengals fan would.
Yeah.
But then again, he is into his 30s now, and that's the give and take, right? How much of the bag do they want to give him when they paid all these guys?
Well, they got 1 year left on his contract.
No, they do, but I'm thinking to the future. I'm thinking to the future.
Looking ahead.
I'm looking ahead. Looky here.
T.
Jack Sawyer, could be Captain Jack for the Bengals.
I mean, they get Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard retired, so you might as well just replace him with another Buckeye.
Sam Hubbard just finished up. What Tyva said.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's Ryan Day talking about their program and how their program simply gets guys prepared for professional football.
Well, that's a big part of our recruiting conversations is the development part. And what's cool about this draft is, every position is going to get represented. I think other than, the specialists. You think about, quarterback, you got Will, you have the 2 running backs, you have G. Scott, you have the linemen, linebackers, safeties, corners. Every position is being represented. So we talk to our recruits, we talk about coming here to Ohio State, which isn't for everybody, thinking big. And that if you come in with that type of mindset that you want to be developed at a high level and you have an elite mindset, you're going to be in a locker room, a bunch of guys that have the same mindset. So that's what it comes down to. And to see these guys, come back for their senior year, put in another year, just going to make them better pros. And I use the example all the time of Devon Hamilton or Terry McLaurin, who did come back for 5th years. And you can argue, all right, how much did they move up in the draft? But that wasn't really the important thing. The important thing was that when they got to the NFL, they were ready. And now you're seeing 2 guys make their second contract and really make a big score.
You know who one of my favorite NFL dudes over the years to reference, who is an Ohio State Buckeye, but no one really ever thinks about him. Nobody ever really points the finger at him, or he's not really carrying the water for Ohio State Buckeyes in the league because of that image is you got to be a stat producer, right?
Jordan Fuller.
That's a good guess, but he's been around longer. Noah Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And the Washington Commanders, my favorite team, wore the hat into work here today. Yeah, I did. Go Commanders. I don't even really care too much what they're doing because they're picking so late in the first round. I can't even believe it. Just pick the best guy that's on the board at that point. But Noah Brown, they actually picked him over De'Ami Brown, who was a stud in the postseason. Jaden Daniels was finding De'Ami Brown all over the place, and he got a nice $10 million deal, went on a 1-year deal to the Jags, I think. But to pick a guy like Noah, who went all those years, as you know, Tyvis, with the Cowboys, and was never really
healthy.
Never really healthy, but he also never really cracked his way into the wide receiver rotation, but he was a good football player.
Yes.
And learned that you had to do that at Ohio State to hang around in a league like the National Football League. And look at him now. He's a better receiver. Yeah. He's a guy that teams want. He keeps getting contract after contract, however small or big they might be, he keeps getting them.
Noah was, obviously I played with Noah. Noah was one of the most physical wide receivers we had on the team. He was the guy that if you was doing a DB versus wide receiver drill, if you seen it was Noah, you would get out the way and let somebody else go because you're not about to do that with him. But Noah has always been... What keeps him around is the ability to be more than just a receiver. Like, he's really good at blocking. Obviously, he has good hands. I mean, you still think about the catch he had on the Oklahoma guy when he was here. He caught it on his back.
Ball on a dude's back
for a touchdown. Yeah.
It was the David Tyree catch of college football.
Oh my God!
Yeah. He did that against Oklahoma on the road in a 4-touchdown catch game.
So Noah is like a dude, and he's a guy that don't say much. He does the grimy stuff. Every team needs a wide receiver that doesn't mind doing the dirty, grimy stuff. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't want to do that. Like, if you need him to go down and crack back a linebacker, he will do that. Like, that's okay. You dialing up something for me. That's you talking my language. He has been there for every team that he's been a part of, and that's why he's going to continue to get a job.
All right, final minute. Nicole Sheeran of 10 TV, sports reporter and anchor. Thanks for coming in for a few segments. That was fun. I can't wait to do some stuff on the new show that's coming up. Woo! When the lineup debuts on May 12th. That's going to be fun. Some more on that, on what we're going to do with you later. What's coming up tonight?
So we've got Buckeyes draft. We've got men's tennis is getting thrown in there tonight. Tabari's Take in there tonight. We've got some Stefanski sound on the draft. So tune in to 10 TV, y'all. It'll be fun.
Good. Great. Good to see you. Bodie, have a good night. I got some Flyers pizza waiting for me.
I'm hungry.
7 o'clock. Let's go. Jackets Talk, the Inside Edge is coming up next on The Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When it comes to trucks, Toyota gives you the power of choice. Now through April 30th, get 2.99 APR financing or up to $3,000 customer cash on a powerful new 25 Tundra. Depending on model, excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $449 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company Gold.